Hi, I'm Tim. Welcome to Watchbox, and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, tmosso@thewatchbox.com. It's in the description below, your purchase and pricing email question line for buying this or any watch you see on any Watchbox platform. Please reach out to me directly. Email tmosso@thewatchbox.com. Today, we are discussing a 184-piece black DLC and ceramic Hermes special series that is identical to the Hodinkee. This is the Hermes H08, the H08 limited edition for Hermes retailers. Now, the watch is identical to the Hodinkee in every regard except for one. It doesn't say Hodinkee on the back. That said, here's what you do get. 39 millimeters across the case in black DLC titanium. It has a ceramic bezel in black. It is 10.6 millimeters thick and 46 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip. 21 millimeters is the spacing between the lugs. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference. You get a good sense of its size. It's somewhere between a cushion case and a tonneau case, and frankly, it wears roughly square. It is low enough cut that you could slide it under a cuff, and I'd even recommend it for some female wrists, so the door is open to considering this a unisex option. In principally ceramic, sapphire, and titanium, it's very light, and as you can see, the strap is taupe to match the dial. Again, this color scheme, as well as a granulation of the dial, is common to the Hermes edition of 184, which this is, and the Hodinkee edition of 100. It is a silicone strap, which means it's a little bit gummier and softer than vulcanized rubber. It folds, it bends a little bit more easily. There's a souplesse to it that you don't get with rubber. There's a molded-in textile stitch. You can see there's gusting to avoid gouging of the strap, and then you turn it upside down, and we have this repeating Hermes motif. We have a double deployant clasp. This is also in blackened DLC titanium. There's also a push-button micro adjust built in, so you can actually adjust in and out using this little push button slider. This works a little bit like the slider in an HYT. You push the button down and then you move it in and out. There are ceramic pin snaps that are there to avoid damage over the long term and wear, as the titanium cannot aggress against the ceramic. It'll never wear down, so it maintains its tight tolerances over time. If you look at the buckle, you can actually see there's a sort of overlay of the upper layer over the base layer, and it echoes the design of the bezel over the case. Now, the case is titanium. It is DLC coated. It's a very, very resilient coating that's deposited by PVD, but then what appears to be PVD is actually ceramic. That's what the bezel is, and you can see it as this 70s style lapping machine radial grain that emanates out from an imaginary center point over the dial. There's a crown, which is gloss PVD in DLC. You can see the Hermes logo there, and there's a shallow knurling. It is a screw-down crown. The watch is 100 meters water resistant. The dial is taupe like the strap, granular and then sectored. And outboard we have these radially arrayed applique Arabic numerals. You'll also note that a custom typeface was created just for these watches, the Hermes series of timepieces. That's why I set the watch to the 8th. You could see that the character used for the 8 on the date disc and the 8 on the dial is identical. Now I'm going to do a quick loom shot. Bear with me here. And you can see the hands as well as the numerals are loomed. Being automatic, loomed, and 100 meters, this is absolutely a sports watch. Flipping it over, again, limited edition of 184. The movement is the H1837. It came out in 2009. It's a Hermes exclusive movement that's built for them by one of their partners, Valche manufacturer, better known as Parmigiani's Movement Factory. Hermes is a major stakeholder. 2 barrels, automatic winding. It is a 50-hour power reserve. It's free sprung for durability and adjusted in 5 positions like a chronometer would be. Pivots on 28 joules. It has stop seconds. It has a quick set date, and as you can see, it's rather nicely decorated with that repetitive Hermes motif that we find on the strap. There's also a little bit of a tinted sapphire over the reverse side to give it that darkened look to match the watch. And if you look carefully, you can see the Valche star on the base plate, so you know exactly where this came from. It beats away at 4 hertz. Reach out to Team Mosso at thewatchbox.com for purchase and pricing details of this H08 limited edition.